Then for our first statement, okay, so I thought I'd hit record. So our first statement, we're going to prove that 3 to the power n is more than or equal to 2n plus 1 for all n is more than or equal to 0. All right. So first stage is we have to prove for n is equal to 0. Since we are saying that tikutanga pana 0 tichienda kuma positives according to this condition. Okay. So takuisa 0 first. So when we substitute 0 first, my advice is you should do it this way. Okay. You should do it in such a way that you have your left hand side and your right hand side. Okay. So left hand side we substitute we substitute 0 and then we get 1. Then right hand side we substitute 0, we get 1. Then you can conclude that left hand side is more than or equal to right hand side since you have produced 1 both sides. Okay. So a second stage will be to assume the statement is true for n is equal to k. Okay. So you have to plug in k in this value. You have to plug in k. So 3 to the power k is more than or equal to 2k plus 1. Then from that you have to keep this. Okay, this is your inductive hypothesis. You have to keep it. Then after that, you have to prove that it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Okay, so this is your third stage. Is the most important one. So you are going to have to prove this third stage using the second step. So you have to first plug in n is equal to k plus 1. That is what we do. What you do right there. Like what is right? Let me see if we are on the same. Okay, all right. So you have to write left hand side, right hand side. So for left hand side, okay, when you plug in k, you produce something like this: 3 to the power k multiplied by 3 to the power 1. Okay, from this, I think you can see the laws of indices applying themselves right there up to here. After that, then the right hand side, you also have to put k plus 1, like what I did right there, to produce something like this. Okay, so when you have reached this stage, now you are going to say from the inductive hypothesis, you have reached this stage. Zvawakufana kuita manje after this is to make either this side exactly the same as the side, the other side of your inductive step right there. Okay. All right. So you are going to say that from the inductive hypothesis, 3 to the power k is more than or equal to 3k plus 1. So you are going to manipulate this inductive hypothesis so that one of these sides will look like either this or this. So it's easier for us to manipulate the left hand side this by multiplying by 3. So you multiply throughout by 3. So when multiply throughout by 3, you get something like this. You get something like this. Okay. So it's true kuti isusu. What is certain to you is you know that this is definitely true from your inductive hypothesis. Saka ichi ndo chave chokwadi chako chaunonyatsoziva kuti chokwadi. This is true. You are certain. But you want to prove this to be true, to be also true. So what you have to do is unenge wakuti iwewe, it's like iwewe une this number which is 10. Tina 10 kuno by example. Tina 10 and then on this other side we taught in the 7, we taught in the 9. Uruziva iwewe kuti definitely 10 is more than or equal to 9, and 10 is more than 9. It's definite from this inductive step. Inductive step yako ndio chaunenge wakutora kunge chokwadi, and chaunenge wakushandisa kudi kuprove this. So iwe uri kuti 10 uyu chokwadi 10 muhombe kudarika 9, and ndo for example. But tikuziva isusu kuti from this step number 3, and tikuziva kuti 10 ari kunzi from step number 3. Step number 3 iri kuti yos 10, and ari akakura kudarika 7. So since isusu definitely we know kuti 10 is greater than 9, and then it must be true that 10 is greater than 7. Because if you look at these two values, ihombe kudarika ku right hand side, this is bigger than this. Because this we are multiplying this by what? By 3. This will be 6k plus 3. This will be k plus. So ndo ingori argument iripo chete baba kuti since it's true kuti we have a very big number and slightly bigger number from this. All right, we have a very big number and a smaller number from this, and ndikadaro mashbo toti tina 10 na 9 and na 7 and we need 10 foot. So tukuti since 10 are more than what? 9, and it should be true that 10 are more than 7. So ndo nyaya ingoripo. So since 3 to the power k multiplied by 3 is greater than or equal to 3 multiplied by 2k plus 1, then surely it should be true that 3 to the power k multiplied by 3 is more than 2k plus 1. Okay, plus 2k plus what? 2k plus 3, sorry. This is this and this. 2k plus 3. This is 2k plus 3. Sorry, I made a mistake. So then since it is true for n is equal to 1, all right, since 3 to the power n is more than or equal to 2n plus 1 is true for n is equal to 1.